Hey, it's Jason Horning here, and I'm shooting this quick video together here to walk through some ways that I create custom audiences that I can advertise to on Facebook. So I'm going to kind of explain a few of them that I have here real quickly, and then walk through some other ones and explain why I create these and how I use them within my campaigns so that you can fit some additional new audiences into your strategies that maybe you haven't considered or thought about using. So really this video is meant to try to help you today. All right, so the first thing that I did here is this audience that I created down here. This is an audience of people who have opted in for one of my lead magnets. I have several of them, so we combo up, we set all the settings so that all of the lead magnets get added to this one audience, everybody that opts in. And then we also exclude people who have bought one of our programs in the way that I set up this audience. Okay, so let me go in here and should be able to edit this and show. Yeah, so I go in here and I just, choose people who visited specific web pages, and I put the thank you pages in the contains, and then I put our buyer thank you pages in this doesn't contains. All right, so that way I get people that opted in, but they did not buy, and I segment them out, and then I just set the days to the past 30 days. So that way I get a fresh group of people that are coming into my lead magnet funnels, but they're not buying my course for whatever reason or what I'm offering in this particular funnel. So what I do with this type of audience is this is what I consider to be our lowest hanging fruit in a marketing funnel when we're driving paid traffic. And so what we'll do is we will use what we call a non-buyer retargeting strategy to this audience, where we will put an ad together, show it to this group of people, where we try to overcome the objections that we know our customers have to buying the product, and then try to show them how the product will solve whatever issue they have going on in their lives that our particular product solves. So that's what we do with that particular audience and the creative that we put out to that audience. And when we keep it at about 30 days, generally, if we follow that format, we will see very profitable sales from that audience. Okay, now what I got here is this is actually a group of people that I wanted to segment out. Okay, so here what we have is I'm including people that have visited any of my domains, but they have not opted in or bought. Okay, so they're looky-loos. All right, and these are people in the last 90 days. So these are people that are checking me out, but they haven't taken that next step. They haven't opted in. They haven't bought anything from me yet. So what I'm going to do with this particular audience and the strategy that I use there is I like to do some more educational pieces. So I'll put out videos to that audience and have it more content heavy, but then have a gentle call to action that leads people into the top end of my marketing funnel. So I'll use that audience for a lead generation strategy. And I like to use video and content and useful information to guide that person and nurture them along the process to becoming ideally a lead, so that then my lead nurture process will ideally convert them into a customer. All right, now this next audience right here is one that's made off of engagement when you go to create an audience here. So if you go to custom audience, it's under the engagement tab here, and it's based on the Facebook page. So what I did here was I created an audience off of one of the options you get here when you choose that page is people who clicked any call to action button. So if you're running ads, typically the call to action buttons are on the posts on your ads. All right. And these settings here apply to your ads just as much as they do to any post that you make on your fan page. And if you happen to make a post on your fan page that has a call to action button and someone clicks it, that's organic traffic. So that's highly engaged traffic. This is really good traffic. It's people who have either seen your ad or seen a post on your fan page, and they've actually clicked the call to action button. Right now, what I like to do with this one is I put it out to 180 days because I'm running traffic all the time. And if you're playing the long game, you'd want to do this anyways to get a bigger audience. And what I'm going to do is use this audience for a further lead generation strategy. Right now, we can't use an exclusion in this one because it's built off of the engagement from the fan page instead of website traffic like the other ones. So I just set this audience up to include these people. Now, when I go and create my actual ad campaign, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another custom audience in here that I'm going to create, which I'll actually show you guys here next. I'll do this right now live. We're going to do this off of website traffic. So this is going to be, these are going to be people who have visited or who have actually opted in to my web forms within the last, I think I can go up 365. Let me see here. Yeah, no, okay, I can only go 180. All right, so in the last 6 months. All right, so I'm going to put the URLs in here that define my thank you pages for opting in, okay? And this is going to be an audience of people who have opted in. Now, when I set up my ads to this group back here, this fan page clickers, I'm going to exclude this audience of opt-in people. So now what I'm going to get is when I set up that ad is I'll have a group of people that have clicked a call to action button on an ad or one of my organic posts, but they have not opted in yet. That's a very highly engaged audience. And what we're going to do is we're going to send out an ad to those people to get them to come back and try to get them to opt in. All right, so that's what I'm trying to do with this particular strategy. So I'm going to pause this and create this audience real quick. Okay, so I got that done. Now I'm going to create another audience here to show you guys another strategy that I like to do that maybe you may not have thought about. Is it's going to be another engagement one, and it's going to be from a video. So then you go over here and browse for, you know, what amount of engagement do you want on the video to create this audience from? Now, the amount that you choose really depends on how long your video is. If it's a really short video, then you want to use a shorter amount of time. But if it's a longer video and you want people to have consumed a certain portion of the content of that video before you want to put them on this audience, then you'll want to use a bigger percentage. All right? So what I'm going to do in this case is my video is about 6 minutes long. And it's meant to really get people going. So I need to have 50% on that. And then we go choose videos. And what you get to do here is select from your fan pages. I got a whole bunch of them that I'm on still here. And this happens to be the video that I want to use right here. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. And then what I want to do is make this out of people who have visited in the past 30 days. And this is going to be our audience for FB Live, Instagram case study, and 50% viewed. All right, so I did a Facebook Live where I offered an Instagram case study, and that's 50% of people who viewed 50% of the audience or of the video. Right, so that's what it's going to give me there. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to when this gets done and it starts building, because I'm running ads to this video now. I just launched did this video earlier today, this FB Live. I'm turning it into an ad. It's boosting right now, and then I'm going to turn it into an ad and send it up through targeting to cold traffic. And so this audience is going to build, and then what I'll do is I'll create a retargeting ad to that audience of people who watched, but they didn't take the next step, like they didn't opt in, because I'm offering a lead magnet on this video. So I'm going to exclude all of the opt-ins again. I'm going to exclude this audience, and that's going to give me a segment of people who watch 50% of this video, and they did not opt in. And so then I'm going to put an ad out to them going straight to my lead magnet and use that to generate more leads. So it's another way to get more leads and leverage traffic and warm up traffic using other assets that you have. This is how you gotta create conversion in the environment today. Now, another thing that I can start doing next after these audiences build and I prove them out is I can then start taking and creating lookalikes off of these audiences. So I'm not going to do that right away. I'm going to wait until I get the audiences built up and I've got enough data on there to where when I create those lookalikes, they'll be quality lookalike audiences based off of the data Facebook's been getting. And then they should be able to give me traffic that will react better to my ads convert better and help the whole thing work a lot better. That's how this thing is designed. So you got to do these things in phases like this, and you just kind of work your way through and layer these different kinds of audiences and use the whole thing to create what I call part of your multi-channel marketing ecosystem. Right, so hopefully you'll find this video to be helpful, and it'll give you some ideas on how you can leverage more audiences and get a little bit more creative. We find that with these particular audiences, we get so much better costs that it actually helps us to bring down averages from higher costs on cold traffic. So you got to get really creative with your retargeting and get really good at your messaging for that and your front end cold traffic ads, and you'll be able to still kill it with any traffic source, especially Facebook today. All right, I hope you found that video to be helpful in creating and scaling profitable ads for your business. You can go ahead and use what we talked about in there to model and implement new tactics and strategies into your business, and that really is the difference between winning and losing the paid ad game. You see, after profitably spending over $30 million over the years, generating over $100 million in sales for my clients, I've seen everything when it comes to profitably scaling campaigns, and I can tell you that right now, in today's day and age, that a course is not going to give you the solution that you need to scale and make the most money out of your ads possible. As an advertiser running ads today, what you need is you need help with answering the question, what do I do now? That video that I just showed you was a response to one of our clients inside of our Academy of Advertising Profit Society. And that is our program that we put together specifically to help advertisers like you to answer that question, what do I do now? The way that it works is that we can give you customized solutions to your specific issues that are preventing you from scaling your campaigns and making the kind of money that you want to make. And for the right person, I can actually guarantee your results. That's right. This is like nothing else that you've ever seen out there before. I can literally guarantee your results, and I can guarantee quite a bit of results for you if you're the right person. Now, like I said, this isn't for everybody. So if you're interested in being able to leverage the strategies and the systems and the processes that are based on my past experience and the current experience that me and my team have running ads right now at scale for big name clients and ourselves, then go ahead and click on the link that's below here. We're going to have links all over the video here, and you can learn more on the next page. And if that's something that you would like to take advantage of, we've got a special offer for brand new clients, and you can enroll, and we'd be happy to help you to solve that question over and over and over again. What do I do now? What do I do now? So we get your campaigns to the profit promised land and just keep them there for as long as possible so that you're making money and feeling good and having the lifestyle that you want out of your business, because that's what this is all about. Okay? So go ahead and click, learn more on the next page. I look forward to helping you. To the victor belong the spoils.